What is good, you guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the 1440p LG AH-IPS Non-Glare 27-inch monitor. This is the crossover one that I had purchased from Korea. The same one that was basically recommended by a Tech Syndicate channel, and I had ran in that video and saw it. As you guys could see at the one part, there was a little bit of package damage, but nothing too serious. So when we open the box, the first thing we're going to come into is a little package that has all of our cables and stuff in it. It comes with a DVI dual link connecting cable, which I thought was an awesome inclusion in this, as well as it's going to come with your power brick and your cord, your power cord, as well as a little manual that is mostly in Korean and has nothing useful in it. So there's a lot of bubble wrap there to protect the front of the screen as well as the back of the monitor, and nice closed cell foam, which is definitely great for the packing. The box is definitely bigger than any monitor box that I've ever purchased, to basically, once again, keep it safe during shipping, and it comes in some nice plastic wrap around it, and some foam plastic wrap around the base of it. So my first impressions on the monitor was, wow, this thing is huge. Believe it or not, 27 inches compared to a 24-inch monitor is a decently big difference. I was not completely expecting that, but overall the monitor quality is pretty good. I want to get into basically the swivel and the other adjustments that this monitor stand allows. Now there are tons of adjustments for this thing. It lets you turn it left and right, lets you tilt it up and down. You can raise the height adjustment, but the height adjustment screw, I did have a little bit of trouble getting it out like loose enough for me to unscrew, but I could have used a flathead. I just was being stubborn. So when I pulled it up and pushed it down the first time, it's got like a springy feel to it, kind of like a suction-y springy feel, and it kind of pops up really fast on its own. We do have a full swivel that allows us to turn, and then a nice little other swivel that allows us to rotate the screen sideways. For this monitor, there is only a connection for a DVI dual link cord. It has to be DVI-D dual link, otherwise it will not work, which was nice that they included one, because if you guys know about picking one of those up, to get a decently long one, it can be pretty pricey, anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on the quality you want. So I had a little bit of trouble getting my fingers in there to undo the screws, but once I got it in, it was no problem, and the power cord just slides right in there, and then you basically just plug that into the power brick and then that into the wall. Pretty simple and plug and play. Now I did notice something at the front. There was a button that doesn't do anything. I tried pushing it, as well as there's volume buttons and an S and M volume, which I have no idea what, or buttons, I have no idea what it does. No idea why volume's even there, because there is no audio. The only real problem I had with my monitor was one stuck pixel. It is not a dead pixel, it is a stuck one, I believe. As you can see a little red dot on the screen, and when I move the white window over it, it disappears. So I don't see it on most colors, mostly only white. So we have my benchmarks of 1440p Ultra in Unigine Valley, so it's not bad. I was easily able to get this to 95 Hertz. I actually even had absolutely no problem. Just pressed the settings and boom, it was there. I was actually able to push it up to 105. Whenever I went a little bit higher than that, the screen would start to flicker. I tried 115 and the screen went all crazy. So I was like, you know what, 95 is good enough for me. So, I mean, overall, this was a great setup and definitely a really good purchase, and I'm very happy with it. And honestly, the main reason is, I mean, who doesn't want to play Minecraft at 1440p? I mean, come on, it's such a beautiful game, and the graphics are just, I mean, I just stood there in awe while playing Minecraft. You can't beat that 1440p. Now, I'm just kidding, you guys. Obviously, I bought it for more intense games than just that. I want to say Titanfall looks amazing in 1440p. In older games like Left 4 Dead 2, Counter-Strike, and even Minecraft, I don't really see too much of a difference. There's a little bit more crisp, but nothing serious. But when you transfer over to games like Titanfall or Crysis 3, there's a huge difference. I mean, I would call it huge, at least. It is definitely noticeable. In fact, I never even cared to play Crysis 3 until I started playing it in 1440p, and the game was just so beautiful. I mean, I was playing it with my 280X and my 8320. I was able to play this game at high settings, no problem, on 1440p. That's with anti-aliasing on and other stuff like that. Very high settings, I was only getting some really low frame rates, so I didn't really like it. But with the 95 hertz refresh rate is definitely extremely nice not to have to worry about turning VSync on, at least when I'm playing a demanding game like this. When I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2, I have to turn it on because 400 frames per second, it's not going to work on a 95 hertz monitor. So overall, I am extremely happy, with the exception of that one pixel, but the only time I even notice the pixel there is when it's at a black screen. The pixel disappears under white and gray, as well as a handful of other colors. The pixel's not there. It has no problem changing colors. It just will not turn black. It turns red instead of black, which whenever I start my computer up, you can imagine that's the first thing I see, and I get kind of bugged. But then once I start playing games and start, if I'm on the internet or something, I don't see it on my web page. It's actually not noticeable at all. So with the exception of that one pixel, that was my only problem with it, and honestly there's not really much I can do about it. But this monitor only cost me about $350, so for a 27-inch 1440p IPS panel, you cannot argue with that. Definitely very nice. Not to mention it's overclockable to over 60 hertz. I mean, I got it to 95. I even pushed it to 105, no problem. So I would definitely say that this is definitely worth it. I also want to state, when I pushed it up about to 105 to 100, I think it was 110, one of those refresh rates was giving me random frame skips. Like I could tell it was skipping a frame or two. So obviously you're hitting your limit when you're going up a little higher than that. But overall, I would definitely recommend this monitor, but keep in mind that you might get one with a bad pixel or two. But it's nothing you can't get over. It's nothing that you're really going to notice once you're gaming and or using it like I am. But for the price of this thing, overall, I am extremely happy. Anyways, you guys, that's my quick little review on the 1440p Korean IPS panel, the crossover model, which is a very good buy, and I would definitely recommend it. Anyways, you guys, this is Steven with All Talk On, and I will catch you guys later.